everyone. We are Orange Group, and we're going to talk about brewery. This is an instructional presentation. So, do you know what does it mean, the brewery, or what does it relates to? No.
No, really, no, man.
Have you heard about beer?
Yeah, beer.
Yeah.
I like beer.
Brewery, brewery it's a process of making beer, but it's like a local beer, like a personal beer. You make your own beer. So we're going to explain you how is the process of this. In Ecuador, this is like a trendy beer that many people are start drinking. So a craft brewery or a microbrewery produces limited amount of beer compared with the corporate beers. Breweries that are much smaller than large-scale corporate and owners are independent breweries. Also, these kind of beer are characterized by their emphasis on a taste and technique of the fermentation. And also, it's differentiated with the amount of alcohol it has compared it with the corporate beers. And also, microbrewery is different from breweries mass market, offering products that compete according to their quality and their diversity. So here I have two brands that are from Ecuador. The first one is the Bandido Brewery, and the second one is the Wonky Brewery. So the Bandido Brewery, this is the place where they make the brewery. It's a really small place compared with the huge amount, for example, like Pilsner or Brahma or Heineken, something like that. And here we have the Wonky Brewery, and this is the place where they make. This Wonky Brewery is one of Franz factory, well, the place where they keep this beer. And also, in these kinds of beers, there exist many flavors, and it differentiates from each other because of the beer it has or how soft they are. For example, there are some beers that are called the gold beers, and also the black beers, and also the red beers. And all of these ones have different flavors.
The brewery is the using of different type of beer.
Yeah.
How many types?
There are many types of beers. For example, there are some with flavors of chocolate, but there are some that are, like I said, are more bitter, and or some that are more soft.
Oh, use the brewery in chocolate?
Yes. This one I took from the chocolate beer from Bandido's Brewery.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah. And okay, let's continue. Well, there we're going to explain you the brewery steps. So the first step, it's called mashing. So you have to place 1.4 liters of water for each pound of malt in 10 gallons of steam kettle. This is a steam kettle. And that means that in this process they use 6 pounds, that is equal to 2.25 gallons. Then you need to add 1 teaspoon of gypsum and 1/2 of teaspoon of Epsom salt. Then heat it to 160 Fahrenheit, that is called straight liquor, and the temperature needs to drop to 100 to 140 to 150 Fahrenheit when barley malt is added. Then you need to crush and mix the 6 pounds and malted barley for 1 pound of crushed toast barley like crystal malt. That is called the grist. After that, you are going to add the grist to the water, stirring slowly to wet all the grain. And at this point, the pH of the mash should be around 4.2 and 5.2. Then the stir the mash temperature should be around 145 and 155 Fahrenheit. Then you need to maintain the temperature for 1 hour during the mashing process, and the presence of the starch will indicate the dark blue color. The next step is called sparging. While mashing, you need to preheat another 5 gallons of sparging water kettles to 170 or 180 Fahrenheit. And when mashing is over, transfer the grain to a colander over a container. Then you sprinkle the cold water carefully over the mash, and the water extract the soluble sugars, producing infusion of sugar in water called worst. And then you need to take out the bricks, and you'll get 10 to 12 bricks. The other step.
Well, continue with the steps of the process. Next is boiling and brewing. First, you have to heat the wort to boiling. After wort is boiled, you have to start adding the necessary hops. Hops are usually marked with the alpha acid analysis. Put in the first quarter of the required hops after about 1 minute boiling. Then 15 minutes later add half of withering hops, and then another 15 minutes. Then later add the remaining quarter and boil for 30 minutes. Continue with this step. When we finish the step, we rapidly have to cool the boiling wort by pouching the material into stainless steel buckets, like this one what we see in the slide. Throw cheesecloth filler and suspending in chilled water bath until 55-60 Fahrenheit temperature is reached. The next step, one of the main steps of this process is the fermentation. For doing this, we have to prepare dry yeast by adding slightly warm water and mixing. Then we have to apply rubber stopper with water still to carboy and place in a 60 Fahrenheit storage room. Continue with the fermentation. After 10 days, without disturbing the vessel, siphon the beer into a 5-gallon glass, carboy leaving the spent yeast and any remaining hops. Fragments in the fermented container. Then finally you have to move the container to lagering cooler hell at 35 or to 40 Fahrenheit for the clarification.
Well, I'm going to talk about the last steps to make a brewery. One of these is the filing. For this step, we need to dissolve 2 packets of gelatin in a small amount of cold water. Then we have to dilute with heat without boiling. And when gelatin is dissolved, we need to pour it into the raw beer and mix thoroughly. After this, we need to dissolve 4 teaspoons of bentonite in 1 cup of warm water and blend in a blender. And later we need to add this to the beer. Next, we need to dissolve 5 teaspoons of sparkle oil powder in 1 cup of water and boil for 35 to 45 minutes. And next, we need to add this to the beer and mix it all. After this, we need to leave the beer in cooler for 1 week until sparkling is clear and transferred to a plastic pressure carboy. After this, we need to boiling and conditioning the beer. We need to condition the beer in the bottle to produce carbonation, and this is an effect similar to the champagne. Then we need to place into each clean stereo bottle about a 1/4 spoon of glucose corn sugar. And after this, we need to prepare active culture by creaming croissant yeast, that is a bottle of fermenting lager yeast, into a little water sugar solution. Next to this, we need to add 1/2 teaspoon to the clarified beer in the bottle and mix thoroughly. Well, this was our presentation about brewery. We hope that you like it and you can learn something about this process.
Also, if you want to taste this kind of brewery, you could go to San Pedro Sula, and there is a place that sells this kind of beers. Okay, so thank you very much.